Okay, so welcome to a new video. So today we're going to be solving the lead code 155 in stack problem. So just get started. It has a lot of likes, as you see, so it's one of the easy problems. Design a stack that supports push, pop, top, and retrieving the minimum element in a constant time. So push X, push the element onto stack, pop, remove the element on top of the stack, top, get the top element, get min, retrieve the minimum element in the stack. Okay, cool. Okay, so I just want to kind of show what a stack is first. So a stack is just an array. So when you push to a stack, you just append it to the end of the stack. So on the top of the stack. So when you push one, so you have it one. You push two, two, three, four, five, on and on. So this is for push X. When you pop a stack, when you pop it, so when you pop this array right here, what's going to happen is you're going to get 5. You're going to pop 5, which means your array is now 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you pop that array, it means you're going to pop 4, and you're going to retrieve 1, 2, 3. Yep, and top means you're just getting the top element without modifying the stack itself. So when you top 1, 2, 3, then you're going to return 3. Your top 1, 2, you're going to return 2. So this top method won't modify anything in the stack. We have an additional element. So these are most likely built into whatever function and whatever language you're using. Let that be Python, Java, JavaScript. There's a way to do it. Yeah. So what's the next one? Get min. So when you get min of 1 to 3, you're going to have to return 1 because 1 is a minimum element. You get min, when you call get min -1, 2, 3, -5, 4, -5, -10, 10, then your minimum will return -10. So the very naive way to do this is just implement an array, and for every call, just push, pop, and top. So that should be very easy. You just get the last element in the array, and get min, that's kind of tricky when you just have an array of integers, which means get min, you're going to have to iterate through all elements in the array, and then you're going to have to retrieve the minimum element in the array, and that's going to take O(n) time. But the problem here states that we have to get the minimum element in constant time. Okay, so how should we do this? So for push and for pop, top, and get min, we're just gonna I'm just gonna phrase this better out. So for push, we're gonna want to push. So we have an array, a stack actually. When we push, we're gonna want to push value. So we're gonna want to push a map with value of x, and if the array is empty, we're gonna want to push a minimum key of x. And then let's say your x is 1. Cool. Now minimum is 1 currently. Then you push another number. So the val, let's say you're pushing val, is 2. And min. So what is min of 1 and 2? You just get the min, which is 1. Now you try to push val of 3, and min is still 1 because min is the least the minimum element in the array of val. So 1, 2, 3. So of course you have to push 1. But what if we were to push, say, a negative number from -1? So what will your min be? Your min now will be -1 because -1 is the least element or the minimum element in this array. So now, when we have this min -1, do we really have to change this in the stack? No, because in a stack, the way it works, so think of a stack as like a stack of books. You have book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4. And on book 4, when you want to pop it, you pop it off. Now you have 1, 2, 3. And when you want to get the top of the stack right now, 1, 2, 3, you just get the last element, which is on the top of the stack. So it wouldn't really matter on what we have. I mean, it would matter, but we won't have to modify the min on the previous elements when we pop it. So let's say we pop this stack, we pop it. Now min is equal to 1 because 1 is a minimum element in this array right now. So yeah, I think it's just gonna make more sense when you actually implement it in code, and let's try to code it out now. So this that, oops, caps, this that stack is equal to a new array. So I'm just coding this in JavaScript because I guess I'm more comfortable in this kind of questions with JavaScript. Yeah, well, yeah, just, I mean, you can probably do this in Python or different languages when you get the logic. So I don't think the language matters that much. Yeah, so let's just implement pop. So we want to this dot stack dot pop anyway, because we're removing the last element and it's a built-in method. Yeah, so when we top, so we want to get the last element. Oh no, we are not returning anything in this function because it returns void, so it doesn't return anything. But for this one, we return a number because we're getting the last element. We're not actually modifying the array, but we just return this dot stack of last index. So this dot stack dot length -1 dot value, because we're storing in this type of form. So we have to access the value of the top element. And for get min, it's just the same thing, the last element, but we have to access the min. Now these methods look okay, they look fine. It looks like they're this is being done in an on time, in a constant time, because dot length is in JavaScript O of 1, if I'm not mistaken, because yeah, because JavaScript kind of has this in the length property in the array object. So yeah, it really depends on the language on if you want to get the length. So yeah, for push, so we want to push this dot stack dot push dot push. So when we want to, what do we want to push? We want to push the value x. We want to push min. So we want to check if the array is empty. So if the array is empty, so if this dot stack dot length is equal to 0, then we just put x as the minimum. Otherwise, we just do a minimum of x and get min. This dot get min. Oops. Get min. Yep. So if you haven't seen this type of syntax yet, it's just called a ternary operator, where it's just like an if statement. So if it's 0, then x. Else, we get the minimum. And I think they should work. Let's try to run it. Okay, accepted. Cool. Let's just submit it. Okay, nice. Oh, nice. So 96 milliseconds. Cool. Yeah, so I'll just try to go through this code with an example now. Okay. Now you call s is equal to new stack, min stack, I mean. And then s dot push at 1. So this is gonna have your stack will be in vol min 1, 1, and when you s dot push 2, oops, you're gonna have min 1 and vol 2 min 1, and let's say you want to push a negative number, -3. Now you're gonna have a different minimum, vol -3 and min -3. Now when you pop it, now your array will be in this form. And when you top, you call this, it's gonna return. It's gonna return 2. I mean, because it's the value over here. And when you s dot get min, it's gonna return 1, which is the value over here. Right here. So hopefully that made sense. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment or whatever you can reach me through Facebook or any means actually. So yeah, that's it for this question, and thank you for watching.